Hey, it's Second Soundwave, and today, May 13th, 2015, was the Shizouka, I think it's called, Hobby Show in Japan, which announced a ton of new Gunpla. So there's a lot of stuff to go over. First of all, let's get the basics out of the way. The high-grade Revive Freedom. We've seen a few pics of this, but this is a pretty good-looking kit. I'm looking forward to it. I'm not a huge fan of the real grade, but this looks like a great, slightly cheaper alternative. Now, let's move on to the good stuff. First of all, the G-Reco Perfect Pack. I'm not really familiar with G-Reco. I only saw like 3 or 4 episodes of it. It looks decent. It looks like it complements the core kit very well. It's just a painted prototype, so I'm not going to make any major judgments. Probably not going to get it just because I don't like the G-Self itself, but it does look like it fits with the theme of the mobile suit very well. Now, moving on to Gundam The Origin. First up, the Proto-Golf. This thing looks pretty cool. It has a very sort of rugged prototype look to it. I think it's actually called a Prototype Golf, technically. But it looks pretty awesome. I don't think I'm going to get it, but if it uses the same core mold that the Zaku Origin type does, then it could be an incredibly awesome kit. They also had this thing called the YMS-07. It looks like a Golf variant. I'm not familiar with Gundam The Origin at all, so I'm not sure what this is supposed to be, but some of you might know. If you do, let me know in the comments below. And finally, this is a big surprise. Again, from Gundam The Origin, the high-grade Mobile Worker. This is one of those sort of thrown-together prototype mobile suits. And, well, it's certainly something. It's not something I'd necessarily buy, not something I would have expected to see as a kit, but it has its charms. I guess I could see some people liking it. And it's definitely a left field choice, so pretty cool. Now, moving on to the slightly more exciting stuff. We got the, from Build Fighters, the high-grade Leopard, or Leopard Da Vinci, I believe this particular version is called. This is great news to me because, while I'm not a huge fan of the Build Fighters version, although it does look pretty neat, this means that we could very well be getting a high-grade after-war Leopard Gundam in the future, and that would be cool because it would mean we'd finally be able to round out the sort of Gundam trio from Gundam X. So that's pretty awesome right there. It looks like it's got some great weapons. It looks like it comes with a stand, which is awesome. It's nice that they're kind of doing that now as more of a standard thing. And also from Build Fighters, we have the SD Musha Amazing, or Koronai Musha Amazing, it looks like it's called. This is the suit that Lady Kawaguchi used in the final episode. I'm going to reserve judgment for it because it looks like it's probably going to be pretty sticker-heavy, judging by all the gold. I don't really collect SDs. If this one turns out to be really awesome, I might change my mind about that. What else is there from Build Fighters? That looks like it, except for one that I'm going to be saving for last. Now, next up, finally seen some color pics of the 100th DJ. It has a color scheme that's certainly ambitious. It matches the off-the-wall design of the suit very well. I'm not a huge fan of the design. I'm sure a lot of people love this kit. You're probably going nuts right now. If you are, good for you. I'm just not a particularly fond of that mobile suit. And finally, we're getting to the big stuff, the cool stuff. One that's really exciting to me is the Real Grade Astray. It's the newest Real Grade release. It's going to be coming out pretty soon. And boy, does that look awesome. Like, awesome. Like, I want one. Like, now. Because I'm a huge fan of the Astray. It's my favorite mobile suit. This one's coming with the shield. You got the katana, the sheath, the gun. They had shots of the frame on display. It's got a 2-color frame. I wasn't sure how they'd pull that off in a real grade, even though I've always dreamed of a real grade Astray. So cool to see they're finally doing one. Looks like it's going to be a fantastic kit. I'm going to do everything I can to get a hold of one of those, because that's got to have a place in my collection. And finally, unless I've forgotten anything, and it doesn't look like I have, we're going to be moving on to the big release, which is the Master Grade Amazing Red Warrior. Looks like it's a modification of the Master Grade 3.0 and Master Grade Gundam 3.0, and that thing, I have to admit, I'm not a fan of the Red Warrior. I do like that Master Grade, though. That looks like a pretty kick-ass kit, and I like that. I'm curious to see how it'll come out. I really like to see some final product images, but again, it looks really promising. And unlike the Fenice Renesita, it totally makes sense to make this a master grade because, it's Meijin Kawaguchi's primary mobile suit from the second season. So yeah, that's pretty much what they revealed. There was some awesome stuff there. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Till then, see you next time.